Welcome to Minnesota SportsTalk. I'm Josh Coan.
I'm Carter Burquest.
Today we're talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They stole all of the attention on draft night.
Which was fun.
With a big trade. Yeah, everybody was talking about the Timberwolves with the big trade for Jimmy Butler. They gave up Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and then they switched first-round picks.
Yep.
Not a bad deal.
No.
A lot of people are excited. People are buzzing with the Timberwolves, not just locally, but nationally, getting a lot of attention. What do you think about the trade? Are you excited for Jimmy Butler?
I am extremely excited. How can you not be excited? Jimmy Butler is coming to town, a top 15 player in the NBA, a top 2, 3, 4 two-way player in the NBA. Somebody Tibbs knows very well. And, on the surface, looks like you got an extremely good deal. It was fun to see the Wolves in the limelight. When was the last time they're talking about the Wolves on ESPN? I mean, they're sitting there analyzing the Wolves. They got us up on there showing our team. It's like, that's never happened. I don't remember that. I don't remember a time where, a national media has been so excited about the Wolves, where it's been talked about. And, I mean, adding a guy that adds everything we needed in toughness, defense, and a leader, someone who's just entering his prime, is on a good contract for the next couple of years, somebody that can lead the team and really bring us into what I think is a 5-6 team in the NBA without any more additions, not to mention anything else we may do beyond that. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm extremely excited for Jimmy Butler. I do think this puts us back in the playoffs for the first time in 15 years, which is great. I'm excited. Can't wait to get back in the playoffs. But a little bit of reservation for me because, first of all, I love Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
On and off the court, I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great player. He has that superstar attitude without being cocky and arrogant and annoying, but that attitude, and then he puts in the work to back it up. I do think Zach LaVine is going to be a superstar. I'm actually excited to see what he does in Chicago, where it's his team now, because even here it was Wiggins' team. Even before Towns got here, it was Wiggins' team, and then LaVine was working to fit him. I think if the Bulls build around Zach LaVine, I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Eastern Conference, anybody can be the second best team in the Eastern Conference. So maybe the Bulls can get there. Probably not next year. They obviously went more into a win later type of mode, a rebuild, bringing in the young guys, which is what is my only reservation about having Jimmy Butler here is we sped up our window. Right? We're gonna be, hopefully, we better be in the playoffs next year.
Yeah.
But it kind of sacrifices a little bit of that long term. Now, he's not that old, but now you had all three 22-year-olds that were going to grow together. Flip's vision, he took LaVine when nobody else really thought he was going to had much of a chance. Obviously traded for Wiggins, got Towns with the first pick. Flip had this vision, this long-term plan to get to a championship. This puts us in the playoffs this year. And maybe it's too short-sighted of me to look past getting the playoffs, because yes, we need to just get to the playoffs. But I remember the Timberwolves of the late 90s, early 2000s that got knocked out of the first round for 7 straight years.
Yeah.
It gets old after a while. Eventually you're like, let's win something.
Kind of like the Wild. It's kind of
exactly. I saw them have a superstar in Kevin Garnett and refuse to truly build that championship piece. The fact that we had Garnett for 12 years and couldn't even make it to the finals, super disappointing. I don't want that to happen again with Karl-Anthony Towns. I want to build an actual championship team. Can this team compete with the Warriors right now? Probably not. They're not winning a championship now anyways.
As presently constructed, no.
No, they're not winning a championship anyway. So let's let the guys build together, and now I'm excited for Jimmy Butler. We're going to make the playoffs. I'm excited. I do think I've talked a lot here, but I do think that having Jimmy Butler could possibly attract free agents now that we
It does. That's another. I think that's definitely another underrated thing. Is now, as John Krasinski said on there, he said you kind of shoot a flare into the league right now, letting you know that hey, we're here, we're for real, we're ready to win. And free agents are going to be attracted to Jimmy Butler, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Andrew Wiggins. You had one more big piece, and you got something really special there. So I just think it's going to be awesome. It's going to have that finally that leader that can pull out of there, that can close the games. No more giving up huge leads. No more losing close games, not executing down the stretch. I think he's going to provide that to us. He's going to help them learn Tibbs' system, help them learn the NBA, and really be, that superstar that we haven't had. And I think Towns will eventually be, but somebody who is that right now, who we know exactly what we're getting. We're getting a top player in the NBA, an Olympian, an All-Star, and somebody who can really take us to that next level, which will be the playoffs. I have no doubt saying that.
It better be the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, it better be.
I'm a little more negative than most on this deal, and I don't want to. I'm excited. I'm glad we got Jimmy Butler. I think he's a great player. I think you go into win now mode versus win eventually. I just really like Zach LaVine, and I'm a little concerned that the deal might be a little more short-sighted. But if we surround him with some free agents, then this is definitely a team that can contend, and it doesn't really mortgage your whole future because Jimmy Butler's not that old. And it's what he is versus what Zach LaVine could have been. We know Jimmy Butler's good.
And you didn't trade your best
Zach LaVine's going to be good.
Yeah, and you didn't even trade your best 2 assets in Wiggins and Towns.
That's true.
We are going to miss Zach LaVine. We're going to miss his dunks. But it's the direction the franchise is going. You got to get behind it and get ready to win. Yeah,
I'm excited we better make the playoffs next year.
We
That's
will.
all I got to say. All right, thanks for watching.
See ya.
I'll see you next time.